Hey, it's Moreau. So I thought I'd record audio and video at the same time, see if it makes any difference, see if it's somewhat practical to do, and do a little bit of a get ready with me thing because I'm not going to have that much time to film this week, but I thought it'd be fun to just film a kind of chatty thing while I get ready to go out today. So I thought I'd start with my face in its natural state, which is not usually quite so aggressive in the forehead department, but it's being a bit angry at the moment, I think due to the weather and various other factors, probably stress, usually stress. My skin tone is quite difficult to get a foundation that matches exactly because I have a pink undertone and I'm extremely pasty. So I tend to mix Illamasqua's white foundation with Chanel's Perfection Lumiere Velvet in Beige Rose, which is probably the closest I can find to my skin, or at least something that I like. It's maybe a little bit too pale, it's maybe a little bit too pink sometimes, but it's the closest I can get, and I'm happy with it at least. So, for my look today, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, and normally I don't go into filming with absolutely no idea what I'm going to do. But today I'm kind of almost feeling a kind of pinky purpley look. Something kind of unusual for me, because I'm not too much of a pinky kind of girl. But yeah, I think I'm going to try something with some kind of pink, maybe green, pink and green. Pink and green always go well together. I might do one eye of each. I am going out today, into my rather conservative town, so we'll see what I end up doing. Now, I know on camera that looks kind of unblended up here. It's not. My brow bones are pretty prominent, a la Jeffree Star kind of look. You know how his brow bone is very prominent, kind of gives a hooded eye effect. My eyes are kind of similar. My brow bone is always going to be reflective, even though this is a matte shadow I used. So it's not unblended. I just have a very pointy face in some places. So I pretty much did what I did with the pink and the green. I applied it the same shape, deepened it a little bit with some other colours of green, and not that, you notice, because my brow bone tends to, on camera at least, it tends to, sorry I just dropped an eyeshadow, tends to negate the fact that I've tried to deepen it at all. But it's okay, because we're going to cover it with liner anyway, as we do with everything. It's funny, just while I was doing these bottom alternate colours, I kind of thought, I just said this is meant to be chatty, and I've watched other people do chatty sort of get ready with me things, and kind of sort of really made it obvious my awkwardness and like shyness, I suppose, privateness. I have never ever been good at being outwardly expressive of myself, especially not online. So, and that sounds utterly ridiculous from someone who looks like this, but I mean with regard to talking about it, like, I'm perfectly happy to look like a rainbow Martian clown disaster, because people don't talk to me about myself then, and people don't talk to me full stop then. But it's because it expresses part of me that I can't express through words, and it makes me happy to look like this. Yeah, it is that. It's an unspoken way of expressing yourself that you don't need to worry about what you're saying, and you don't need to trip over your words, as I'm tripping over my words now. So I don't need to worry about it, and it kind of made me realise I'm really bad at the whole being chatty thing. Despite the fact that with my friends I never shut up, ever. So it's funny how things like that happen, and people are very diverse that way and what they feel comfortable talking about. But I hope that this doesn't disappoint in terms of chatty, because I'm not very chatty. Certainly not publicly. But maybe I will be at some point. Maybe I will open up a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll just continue being a rainbow Martian clown explosion and shutting the fuck up. Because that also happens. And I'm okay with that. Right, I've decided I'm gonna attempt to throw some glitter over this with the Too Faced glitter primer and this little pressed glitter, if I can get it out. This one. And I have stuff all over my fingers already because I cannot do my makeup without getting eyeliner all over them. Kind of hard to see. It's like multicolored, kind of pinkish, greenish, bluish, weird. It's not, it's kind of iridescent, it's not hollow or anything, but it should be cool. It's called Fame, apparently. I've never used it before, but no time like the present, as they say. I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I? Because this is gonna go absolutely terribly. Fingers crossed it doesn't go terribly. I know that with regard to liner, most people kind of are frustrated by the fact that their eyeliner just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I'm kind of more with the crowd of we're a bit like the Wicked Witch of the West watching her monkeys fly and just being like, yes, my pretties, go, get bigger, fucking take over the entire face. So we're going to take over our entire face with black liner in a minute. At least half is just going to be wing, and it's going to be wonderful, so there we go. Also, pro tip, don't be an idiot like me and put your glitter all the way down to your lash line and spend the rest of your life fighting with your glitter to try and get your eyeliner on. That would be a great idea, because I have done that and now I'm going to fight with the other eye and I'm not exactly happy about it. Oh, woe is me when your own idiocy gets in the way of you doing things quicker. Okay, I just added a little bit of blush to contour because I find it very difficult to find colours that actually work with my skin to contour, and I also just don't like to use kind of greyish colours to contour. I don't know if it's just because my mother taught me from a very early age when I kind of started getting into makeup. There was a long chunk of time, like all the way through high school, way into college, where I just didn't wear makeup at all. So this is in August was kind of the time that I started wearing it all the time again. I had been playing around with it now and again for a couple years before that, but yeah, obviously when I was like 12, 13, I was like, I need to be grown up, I need to wear makeup, and my mum taught me how to do what she used to do when she was younger in the 80s, which was contour with blush, because contour colours weren't really a thing back then, and I think maybe that's why I take so much influence from the 80s, is because the techniques that I was taught initially were kind of from the 80s. Also, I just really love it, and I love the music from then, so that's probably why I look like Cyndi Lauper's love child. But I added a little bit of highlight, a little bit of blush. I used Jeffree Star's Ice Cold, which works really well with my skin tone, and I just used some peachy kind of colour. Any peachy colour will do, I'm sure. I'm sure you have one. I don't actually remember what I used. It's somewhere around here in my makeup box, but I don't think it's unique enough that it needs named, honestly. For my lips, I don't think I'm gonna do... Kind of not sure whether I'm doing eyebrows or not. I don't think I'm gonna do eyebrows. I might do some decoration on my face, and then I'm just gonna use some black, I think, for my lips, or green, possibly. You'll see in a second what I decide to do, but Past Muro right now has not a clue, because Past Muro often doesn't know. So that's the finished look. I decided against eyebrows and any other kind of face decoration. I just did something very simple, and I just chose some very simple black lips. And I think it's pretty. I'm not sure what I think of the glitter. I really like it. It kind of gives this almost confetti, kind of circusy feel to it, I think. But I like it, and I like the different colours in it. It's also way too late to change now. So... But I like how it turned out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching me scribble on my face again. I hope you're having a great day or night, depending on where you are, and I hope to see you around here again sometime. Bye.